This is getting a little crazy. Um, well, today at least we're back to just kind of insulting, defamatory stuff and not like that heavy like abuse type stuff last night. So I was actually working on a video just in support of Mike, and then, somebody sends me this like right after it was posted. Like it said like just now. I was like, God damn. How do people even find out about stuff this quick? But here we are. And since I was here on my computer, we're just gonna go for it. Hey everybody. So when I first saw this, I thought surely this violates the injunction against harassment. I was wrong about that, it seems. And I'm not afraid to admit like when I'm wrong about something, like I'll, take that back. I never said, it violates it. I said, does it? In my opinion, I thought so, but I was wrong about that. That's fine. So I looked at the actual injunction against harassment document, and it seems to only apply to direct contact. So unfortunately, she is allowed to just continue slandering his name like that. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, you're going to find out pretty soon. Hey, Janet, how's it going? So last night, if you missed last night, she had posted again, basically like saying like, "Don't tell me I wasn't abused" and stuff like that, and then had a bunch of slander about Mike Maricini, and is now saying she's going to contact the girlfriend that came after her, like of Mike Maricini, and it's just getting it's giving like her calling and emailing Clayton Ecker's family. Like we're getting there. That's how wild this is getting. I don't believe that she is like. I'll say this again. I don't believe that she's like a physical danger to anyone right now. That's not the vibe I'm getting. I'm just getting the vibe of like this is like desperately trying to argue with anyone who points out facts. So, you know, and like I said last night, if I believe this was like a super mentally ill person to the point where they had like a debilitating disease that had disabled them from doing better, that it stopped them from understanding why this is wrong, then I would not be talking about this. That's not, in my opinion, that's not the case. Um, yeah. So you all know my opinion is that this is just like antisocial behavior. This is what I think. So, and like I said last night, as long as this individual continues to post slanderous things, I'm going to continue to point out the facts and to talk about why it's not okay. Because honestly, in my opinion, and I respect differing opinions, I believe that staying silent and not speaking up for people, especially if they have an order that prevents them from speaking up for themselves, I don't know the terms of those orders. Like I don't think that's really doing much good either. Hey IB, what's up? So I'm not here to again. I'm not here to attack Laura Owens. I don't hate Laura Owens. I don't know Laura Owens. I know what she's done. I know the things that she's said and continues to say, and I'm not a fan of her actions. But even though I'm an imperfect person and I have sometimes like slipped up and used some words that maybe weren't very nice, like at the end of the day, I don't know this woman. I just want her to stop. Penny for your thoughts. Hey, what's up? Hey, Amy. Okay. We'll give it just a couple more seconds for people to trickle in here, and then we'll get started. But this one is addressed to the cult directly, and it's very Clayton centered. So at this point, she's just lining up a defamation suit. Like it's bad, as if it wasn't already there. Hey, Maddie, what's up? So if you just got in here and you didn't hear that initial part, I'm kind of reframing the conversation here because I did look at the order or the injunction against harassment, and it doesn't appear she's actually violated it. So that doesn't mean that what she wrote is okay. That doesn't mean that it's okay for her to keep kind of attacking these men publicly. Like They have largely been silent. Mike has done what, one interview? So maybe given one statement after court or something. I don't know. Um, but I know they're not out here doing this. So always appreciate you reading this garbage so we don't have to. I can't make it past the first few lines. It reads teenage fan fiction diary entry. Sometimes, yeah. Laura's new article is hidden on Medium. Well, Laura's a little too late because at the second that she puts this stuff out there, somebody out there is on this shit. So she made a mistake and she cannot hide it now. It's okay. I already got it pulled up. We're good. Are we sure she deleted it? Huh. No, it's still there. I still see it there. Yeah, it's still here. Maybe just edit it or something, but I'm gonna read the archive version, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't think she deleted it, guys. I think that it's just under some pin posts. I went to the DA Metro Community meeting today. Oh, I hope that went well. I'll zoom in as always so you guys can see better. She's getting a little aggressive towards, just the general public who have been following this case and like law tubers and stuff like that. Like, it's getting a little pointed now. I'm not surprised by that, given the theme of things over the last several days. But honestly, like, what are you gonna do if she wants to do that? She's within her rights to speak her piece, even if it is wrong and verifiably untrue. She has her right to speak her piece. I don't have to like it, but I can point out why it's wrong. I would I would encourage everybody to kind of try to stay on the same page. Don't criticize each other in public spaces. I know that some people have different stances than others. I know some people have different stances than me. Just respect each other. It's not okay to like kind of dogpile on anyone just because they're doing things differently. So let's everybody just kind of try to stay, in stay in your own lane, I guess. If somebody's doing something you don't necessarily like, as long as it's not directly hurting you, then there's no reason to really attack them, you know? I sent Dave your stream pick info and Horsefall. He has DA information. Okay. So that's I got your hope. Thank you for the 5. Dave's Patreon stuff, I just want to make sure all that stays on Dave's Patreon so I don't talk about that cuz if like he has a thing where he has members only there that you have to be a member to like learn that stuff, I definitely don't want to like, pull that away from his site. Like that wouldn't be very nice. So, um and I'll say this again, guys. I would encourage everyone not to direct tweet her. I know that she apparently it looks like she made an account and I'm always going to be a little bit skeptical because it's very easy to fake things on the internet as we know. Um it appears to have actually been her. And I would encourage people just not to argue back and forth with her at this point in time. Looks like she's kind of just putting it out into the universe by herself. She doesn't really need to be poked. I understand the impulse for sure. Absolutely. I understand the emotion that goes into that and like not saying anything. Um, and I understand that, like, I'm obviously talking about this right now, but one thing I'm definitely not going to do is direct tweet her. Um, not gonna go out of my way to like DM her or anything like that. Like, I don't think there's any benefit to that. I think it's just kind of bait, you know, like it's baiting a reaction, and I don't want to feed into it. So, I'm okay with talking about it here. I'll talk about it with other people. I will not talk to her. You know, like I leave her be. I'll talk about her behavior and what I don't like about it, but I don't like go out of my way to have any contact with this person. It's a bad idea. Hey Bree, how you doing? Hope Johnson, thank you again for the 5. I saw it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think you said that. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right. Let's go ahead. This is directed directly at well everyone, I guess. She feels that everyone is kind of in the same bubble. So, dear JFC cult, let's talk about your too honest leader. Today, I learned to have a leader. Uh, I've been pretty independent for a long time. I live by myself, like I don't know that I have a leader so much, but okay, yeah, sure. Let's go with that. Dear JFC cult, let's talk about Honest Abe, or I mean Clayton. Sounds more like her lawyer than her, to be honest. That's just my opinion. Um, you chant he has never lied to us and he's too honest. Well, the thing is, I met him on June 10th because I was there in court the day that she changed her story again on the stand and admitted under oath to fabricating medical evidence. So I met the guy on June 10th. Have never spoken to him outside of that date. He sent me, I've showed you guys that video he sent me one time, the cameo video, but like that wasn't like we weren't directly talking to each other at that time. Like he did me a favor and we had no interaction after that. It's not the same as like talking to somebody. So I haven't really given him a chance to lie to me. Um, the difference here is that I have not given Laura Owens the opportunity to lie to me either, but she just continues lying. So I don't know. I've never said he's too honest and he's never lied to us. Honestly, I think I said the other night, like, yeah, it seems like he did lie, and he did lie because you were harassing and stalking him. Like she was harassing him, he wanted her to leave him alone. He was just trying to protect himself at that point. Like it's okay to lie if you feel like you're in danger of somebody who is like scaring you. So no, I never said he's too honest or anything like that. Meanwhile, because I've admitted to lying in the past, never about being pregnant, you invoke falsus in uno, falsus in omnibus. If I lied once, I must be lying about everything. You treat me like I'm Pinocchio, while conveniently ignoring that your saint hasn't exactly been a beacon of truth. Nobody's my saint, lady. I don't have one. Maybe my dog. Yeah? Even more important, this is like trying to distract from the fact that you have lied over and over and over again, but, okay. In court, admitting to lying to a content creator, sending a fake HCG test to him. So, you know. Also, I never said she lied about everything. So, in fact, I don't think she lied about everything. I think she used to be his real estate client. And I believe she was on a flight to Iceland. So, you're welcome. I doubt she wrote this. I don't know, Donovan. I'll admit, like, it does sound a little more of her, like, attorney's language, but we'll see. We'll see. Yet you don't hold him to the same standard because he has never lied, right? Wrong. Again, I actually never said he hasn't lied, have openly talked about how he lied. It's just that lying is okay to protect your life. And when somebody's stalking and harassing you, you don't know how dangerous they might be. Let's set the scene. Imagine you're excited. Oh, here we go with the real estate shit again. Imagine you're excited about diving into real estate investing. You spend 2 years studying Pace Morby's methods, finally building up the confidence to invest. You reach out to an agency you find on Instagram that specializes in seller financing. not to work with any specific person, but because they understand your goals. You don't hear back for a month. You still haven't found a realtor to do this with, and you're scrolling around for one. Then you see that someone named Clayton Echard is tagged with the company you reached out to a few weeks prior. You check out his LinkedIn and decide to send him a message to see if he can help. He writes back and says he can. We had a long call, and Clayton seemed like the perfect fit for an agent. He grasped my investment goal and knew the kind of properties that would turn into profitable short term rentals. I trusted him to guide me through my first couple of purchases. I was excited, optimistic, and ready to conquer the world. Now, imagine trusting him with $1.1 million in offers for 2 investment properties. Proof of funds? Check. Signed contracts? Check. The thrill and anticipation are real. And then here's some pictures of the paperwork, which is like kind of irrelevant because, like, we're not worried about the real estate stuff here. Like, this is really like you made your complaint. I think it was the real estate board or whatever dealt with it. It's been handled appropriately. We've moved on from that. The problem is you continue to slander these men, and I believe that you were the one that victimized them. I believe that she victimized these men. So, yes, people still talk about that. The reason we don't talk about this real estate stuff is because it's irrelevant. It was dealt with. So, Clayton writes up the offers on 2 properties and has me sign them. They're set to expire the next day. He assures me everything's good to go. And here she's got an email to John. Hi, John. My name is Laura Owens, and I apologize for the late email. I wanted to check in regarding the status of my offer on, whatever. I've been trying to get an answer from my realtor, Clayton Echard, about if the offer expired or was accepted, but I have not heard back. If it was, I have every plan to move forward and take the next steps to close the deal, and didn't want you to think that I was not interested. Please let me know. Thank you. All the best. So, if my memory serves me correctly, he said that he tried to pass her off to another agent and she said no. So, if someone, wants to double check me on that, that's great. But if I remember correctly, that's what I think happened. Somebody fact check me those, please. Because, like I said in the beginning of this video, if I get something wrong, that's fine. I'll admit it. I'm wrong sometimes. Why are we all saying all the best over here all of a sudden? Clayton didn't lie under oath or to content creators trying to get them on his side. Oh, I see it in the email. Okay. You guys are wild. Clayton didn't lie under oath or to content creators trying to get them on his side. Yeah, none of us would have known anything about this. So if she hadn't gone to the media, so there was no reason for him to lie under oath or to content creators. Like this is just irrelevant. But okay. Yes, Clayton said that on Biofiles, I believe. Okay. Because it's in the email. Bruce, I'm writing that on your Christmas card and your birthday card. May 25th. According to what Clayton made me sign, the offers have officially expired. Meanwhile, he hasn't responded to my messages asking if they were accepted. Growing anxious, I emailed John, the agent for one of the sellers, to check my offer's status. He says he never got an offer from Clayton. Cue heart sinking. Cue panic attack. Okay. Clayton connecting you with John, who just sent me this. Can you please confirm that you saw this? Okay, and she's messaging him again. I texted Clayton asking him to explain why John hadn't received the offer. I said, "Can you please explain what he's talking about? You never sent in the offer. You said you did." No response. Frustrated and desperate for answers. This is the next day, I guess. No, same day, just hours later. I texted Clayton again. Wait a minute, 6:54 a.m. No response. Oh, dude, was he sleeping? Like, that's a very... What? Okay. 9:18 a.m. Frustrated and desperate for answers, I texted Clayton again. Clayton, if you can't answer me on address redacted, please connect me with your broker to ask him what happened and what the status is. Crickets. P.S. Remember when he said I refused to work with his broker? Who's Pinocchio now? I don't know that that means what you think it means, honestly. Can anyone explain to me what that stance is? I don't get what she's saying here. Like, I know she said the thing about like he accused her of refusing to work with the broker, but where is it showing that she worked with the broker? I know she texted somebody here, but I don't see that she's trying to work with another realtor or anything like that. I don't think this means what she thinks it does. But as always, I'm open to being wrong. So if somebody can explain that to me better so that I understand, I could just be misunderstanding. She contacted his broker, so she considered that working with a broker. Yeah, that's not the same. But okay. Plus, we have no idea what went on after that one interaction. Rogue Mama, thank you for the gifted. I appreciate that. France, thank you, thank you. All right. May 26th at 1:48 p.m. I forwarded the email from John, the seller's agent, to Clayton, writing, Clayton, connecting you with John, who just sent me this. Can you please confirm that you saw this? We need to get moving on this as I would like to proceed with the purchase. Silence. Imagine this was your money, your new venture, no updates, no communication, no idea if you just bought properties worth over $1 million. You'd all be fine with that, right? Cue the JFC crew furiously racking their brains trying to come up with reasons why I was wrong and Clayton was right. I'm actually just trying to understand her viewpoint here. I'm not saying Clayton handled this right by any means. It actually seems like he, admitted himself like he could have done better and he shouldn't have done like he shouldn't have gotten involved with the client. Like I'm not like as unreasonable as this woman thinks I am. By any means, but I mean she's allowed to have her opinion, so that's fine. It's just like scheduling an appointment but not going to it. Grandma Ray Ray, you put that perfectly. Thank you. He has a message that she said, well, if we're not going to continue seeing each other, just other than I'm not comfortable moving forward, which is why Clayton felt she was going to use the offer to try and. I don't know, where's the other part of your comment? Who says she's wrong about any of these texts? Right. Like, I'm not saying these texts are fake. I'm not saying that, like, she's lying about sending those texts. Like, that could have happened for sure. But I don't think it means what she's trying to say it means. Like, it's not adding up to me. I'm all for being fair, even if I disagree with somebody. It doesn't mean they're always wrong. So if she's right about this, she's right about this. That's fine. It does not change my overall opinion that she's done a lot of horrible, evil things. So this is like a freaking real estate deal. We're talking about abusing victims for over a decade, allegedly. But you know, why does any of it matter? It doesn't. Okay, well, I mean, she wants to talk about this. She wants people to know about it. So why don't we just we'll be fair. We'll be fair, and we'll continue to read about this real estate nonsense. I don't care about real estate. I wouldn't even care if it was me. Like, I don't care. I just don't. Like, it's hard for me to relate to this. I'll be honest. It's hard for me to relate to this because I'm like, even if I was like involved with something like this, I would just be like, is it over yet? I cannot wait for this to be over. And honestly, if I was involved in something like this and it fell through, I'd probably just be like, okay, well, I'm sure there's something else I can do. So it's like how she would say she would get the abortion, but then move the goalposts after the guy held up his part. She said she wanted to talk to another broker, but then backed out. Yeah. So here's the thing. I'm reading this and I'm like, not knowing the background, and this is another reason why I feel like it's important to talk about it. Not knowing the background, this almost sounds like it sounds fairly rational. Like it sounds like somebody was really excited about something and had been working really hard at it and was like really excited to see it come to fruition. But then the problem is this whole article is just a distraction from like all the threats that she made and like the way she sort of manipulated them to like try to get them into a relationship in exchange for an abortion. Like, I don't know, dude. Like, if she hadn't done that, if she had just let it be, then I would be on her side right now. You know what I mean? Like, I would be like, yeah, you know what? That guy messed up. But knowing the kind of harassment she put him through, um, and then taking this with the right context, you can kind of see like, no, that's not what happened, and no, like this doesn't really mean what you think it means. Like she could have just left out that whole part about like trying to get him in a relationship. She could have just not done that, and I would totally be on her side right now. But again, I don't fault Clayton or anyone who lies to protect themselves from someone who is legitimately scary. So, okay. If you were in my shoes and being honest, you'd be furious. Again, not all of us, not all of us are into the same things, have the same experience. I find it hard to relate to real estate stuff because I don't own property. I will probably never own property. I just don't care for it. So, but I am trying to put myself in her shoes to where, like, what if there was something I was like super excited about and it fell through? And yeah, like that could be super disappointing. And I can see why that would make someone upset. The problem is we're not acknowledging or taking any responsibility for what caused the silence. We're not talking about why this person decided to distance himself from her. And he had some pretty valid reasons. More than valid, I would say. After reviewing my complaint against Clayton, the Arizona Department of Real Estate concluded that his failure to submit the offers was a violation of Article 11, professional conduct. It's documented, it's real. Again, okay, that's fine. Doesn't really have anything to do with faking babies. So, what are we talking about here? Then Clayton has the audacity to claim on a major podcast that I wasn't serious about buying property. Come on, Clayton. You know better than that. I mean, how? Though, like genuinely, putting this stuff into this little bubble, nice little bubble here, where we're only explaining like the rational parts, like that makes sense, but that's not real life. Like you have to accept everything, the context that this occurred in. You have to accept all of it. You have to take ownership of what you did. How many times you messaged him, how you acted when he said he didn't want a relationship. Like it's not that simple. Not long after I made the offers with him, I bought an investment home using drumroll please. I mean, okay. The very same seller financing methods. I'm sorry, I'm just not excited about that. I told him I wanted to use. Wow, guess I was serious all along. Well, that's great. Like, put your energy into that. If you like really invested in something and you can do good with it, put your energy into that. Stop doing this. This is not helping. To wrap up the real estate saga, please, let's address the letter I sent to Clayton during our paternity case. Which one? Here's an excerpt. Oh, God. Are we really gonna. Okay, we're back to trying to, like, pretend that this wasn't some sort of, like, in my opinion, it looks like an extortion effort. And again, it was either right before she was supposed to have her deposition or like right after she didn't show up for her deposition. I don't remember. You guys will have to correct me, but this was not, and again, this is my opinion, this was not a reasonable settlement offer. This was a Hail Mary to try to get out of, going to be deposed. So, in lieu of immediate litigation, I propose an alternative resolution contingent upon your stipulation to dismiss the case that they just had forthwith and to mutually agree to forbear from any future legal actions against each other for any claims. This proposition is tendered in a spirit of amicable dispute resolution and to mitigate further legal entanglements. Yeah, no, that's not how that works. She left out the important parts. The part where she was threatening to sue him for, what was it, 1.3, 1.4 million? Why are we leaving that out? Also, you can't just do that where you're like, you can never sue me again. Why do you want him to sign something saying he can't make any future legal claims for any claims? Is it because you know you did something wrong? That's a little sus. That's a lot sus. Mirror Dave, it's not amicable to threaten to sue someone. Yeah, especially when it's conveniently timed. So. And 80 cents, that's random. Oh, that's random as hell. Oh my god, so check something real quick. Just want to make sure I'm not missing something. No, I got time. I'm good. Okay. If YouTube doesn't start notifying me, it's really bad about that. Appreciate you spreading the message not Xer. Thank you. Thank you for the 2, Sarah. The organism will continue to do what made the organism successful. Chaff and redirect. KW, thank you for the 5. Alright. This was a reasonable settlement offer, not extortion. Extortion is the practice of obtaining something through force or threats. This can be perceived to be pretty threatening. Again, you can't just ignore the context that all this happened in. Like, this, without that context, almost sounds like a rational person. Like, that kind of, like, little paragraph there about forbearing from future legal actions, like, that's a red flag. But, I don't know, dude. Out of context, sure, okay, sounds rational enough. Sounds rational enough, right? But you put it in the context of everything that's happened, and this is not right. This is not right. Like, this is what are you doing here? I was offering a settlement to avoid further legal conflict, aka accepting responsibility. Standard practice in legal disputes. Based on the findings of the Arizona Department of Real Estate, I was well within my rights to propose such an agreement. I was essentially saying, let's end this amicably, agree to drop the current case, and I won't sue you for your real estate misconduct. So we can both move on with our lives. Okay. No. Cue the JFC crew pounding on their keys as fast as they can to scream why I was in the wrong. Well, I'm not screaming. You're not worth that effort. Although I have, like, gotten pretty, like I've read some of this stuff and it made me laugh so hard that I was getting kind of loud. I will admit that. So thanks for the laughs, but no, I'm not screaming. I'm just trying to tell you, like, this would be irrational if you hadn't done about every other thing that you've done since this all started. So. We've all seen the deposition clip. Clayton was questioned by my former attorney in the deposition. Isn't it also true that when my client asked you if there had been a response, you doubled down on your lie and you told her you hadn't heard back? Yes. So you again lied to my client. Well, I hadn't heard back. That's truthful. Because you never sent the offers. Correct. Yes, he lied. The thing is, he didn't lie about having a medical condition and then, like, he wasn't lying about a pregnancy, for example. He didn't lie about a medical condition and then take you to court. So it's a bit different, you know? There's a lot of false equivalencies here. Also, speaking of the former lawyer, didn't we hear something from him recently? It was notice of candor? What was that about? Something about you intentionally lying to the court? She posts these blogs so she can watch everyone talk about her. She's enjoying the attention. And that's, you know what? That's fine. But the thing is, as long as she's putting, like, stuff like this out into the universe that's defamatory, in my opinion, I think it's okay to talk about it, to debunk it, to denounce it. Like, I don't think this is okay. Like, she's taking everything wildly out of context, trying to make somebody look bad who she's already done enough damage, like, in their life, in my opinion. And I'm not bothered by if she decides to watch this, she has the right to do that. I wish she wouldn't, because I don't like, I'm not going out of my way to try to hurt this person's feelings. I don't want her to watch this. I don't want her to get upset. I just want her to stop what she's doing. And I don't want other people, as this case, like, becomes something that gets more attention if or if the county attorney does pick it up. I don't want other people who haven't been following along to see the things she's posting out of context and really believe that Clayton or whoever else did all the horrible things she accused them of. So, did you read Rosalind Duke's article that she posted to Medium? I thought it was good. I have not had a chance to do, like, I have not had a chance to do too much at all. Um like, these last couple things were unplanned, you know. I think this is more of avoidance in regards to Clayton. He should have just told her that he didn't want to handle it. If we were talking about a rational person, I would definitely agree with you. And that's again why I'm saying context is so important here. Like, if we're talking about a normal, like, realtor client relationship, sure. And that would be an inappropriate way to handle it. However, if somebody is like starting to get a little inappropriate with you and you're starting to get afraid of what they might do and you're afraid of what they're saying and it's not really adding up, it's okay. It's okay to avoid that. You're not required to be subject to harassment under any circumstances. So he lies to protect himself and that's inexcusable, but she lies to just about everyone, including the court, and that's minor. Her logic is illogical. Yep. But let's be real, this won't change your minds because Clayton can do no wrong in your eyes. Just like I can do no right. Because, as my attorney and friend David Ginger says, because you're a cult. Okay. Well, first of all, if you want to have a rational discussion with someone and you want to, like, have that be productive and possibly kind of change some perspectives, saying you're a cult is not the way to do that. Like, the way she approaches things is really hurting her, in my opinion. Because, again, like I said, out of context, this seems fairly rational. Like, not like both people. I would read this and I would think both people might have, like, maybe there's like a little bit of a detail that I'm not getting. Both people might be like omitting some things. But I would primarily have been on her side if this was all that happened. But it's not. It's not all that happened. And that's why it won't change any minds because you're not telling the whole truth. So, and also, if you insult someone when you're trying to have a rational conversation with them, you're gonna lose them. Like, you're not gonna win any points for that. So, P.S. I know you'll say I'm out of control because I dared to speak out this week and multiple times. The nerve. Listen, lady, I've said tonight you have the right to do that if you want to. I think it's unwise. Yeah, I don't understand why you think this is going to be helpful because it just further paints you in a light where people know that you're omitting facts, that you're omitting context. So if you want to, like, really, like, bear down and tell the whole truth and, like, everything you did and said, and you want to put all that out there and then try to explain, like, that might even come across as a little more like something that people could be a little more sympathetic to. But at this point, I think that bridge is burned. Um, you took it too far. You took it too far, and now there's no coming back from it unless you apologize and admit it and accept what you've done. So that doesn't mean that you are doomed to be a terrible person for the rest of your life. It doesn't mean that you can't have nice things or you can't do anything good for anyone. Like, you can. You can. I've said that before. I'll say it again. You have every opportunity from this day forward to do better, but you're choosing not to. So, and you're choosing to ignore what you've done instead of accepting responsibility. So that is my opinion. First insult will be, wait for it, must be a crazy weekend in the casita. You know what? I'm going to be honest. This seems like a pretty typical weekend in the casita. So, no, sorry. It's been very nice so far. Thanks for asking. I got up early, worked out with my sister, rode 2 horses, and now I'm standing up for myself. I mean, so it does sound like that sounds like a really healthy, like great thing to do until you get to this part here. um, you know, great that you're like riding your horses and hanging out with your family. I think that's good. That's healthy. I encourage you to do more of that. I think that that's great for her. What I also think is that she's just like stop doing this if she's getting upset by responses to it. Like you have the power to stop now. The truth is, this is the first time I felt empowered in months. You've all had voices, and it's time you heard mine. Yeah, that's never been an issue, Am. Um, yeah, you were the one who brought this to everyone. So, no, your voice was actually the very first and the loudest one here, and it's the reason people are still talking about it. So, I'm happy to read what you have to say. Your voice is being heard, but just because you're loud, just because you speak up, doesn't mean you're right, and it doesn't mean you're telling the truth. So, PPS. Total letdown for the JFC crew who think Judge Mata's decisions are the final nail in my coffin. Spoiler alert, they're not. Well, you might be right about that. They might have something else coming. You know, you were just referred to the county attorney's office. So I think that you're right about that. Yeah. I think this isn't it. I think there's more coming. And I think that I honestly like I don't want to see any more of this. Like if she stops writing these things, I will stop talking about them. You know what I mean? Like postscript sounds like DG. Yeah. Hey Ducky, what's up? I'm not a member of any cult. I follow the data. Yeah, but like calling people a cult and using insults as a way to kind of bait them into the behavior she wants people to act out. She wants people to insult her because then it proves her point. Don't do that. You know? Just don't. Definitely speak up when you see that she's lying or saying something wrong, but for the most part, there's no reason to really interact with her at all. Um like I've said before, I'm totally fine talking about what she's done, what she said, and to, like speak on that as far as like what parts of truth she's leaving out and stuff like that. But I don't feel any need to speak to this woman or bother her in any way. It is her choice if she wants to walk away and not worry about people on the internet and live her life and ride her horses and do all the good things that she can do with her time. That's her choice. She chooses not to do that. She chooses to be here watching this stuff. That's fine. I can't control that. Yeah, no one should be seeking her out. Yep, I agree. Bethany, she's spiraling faster and faster out of control. I mean, I don't know. I think it kind of goes back to like this. She used to make posts like this before, and then she stopped for a long time, and it kind of seems like okay, well maybe things are starting to calm down, and I don't think honestly last night's was concerning. This here, this honestly doesn't speak. This speaks to me as like out of control. It doesn't. It doesn't speak to me as out of control at all. It speaks to me as I'm trying to dodge the truth and only tell the parts of stories that I want people to know. But it's not really. This is not striking me as out of control. Some of the other things, like saying she's going to contact Michael Maricini's ex girlfriend, that strikes me as like spiraling out a little bit. Um, if I were that woman, I would not pick up the phone, but that's just me. So she referred him to the board who didn't sanction. Yep. Thank you guys for the donuts, by the way. Hey, Marine, what's up? Okay. The truth, David and I could not be more confident that Judge Mata's ruling will not stand. Until then, go back to watching small-time lawyers moonlighting as law tubers, trying to monetize their. I mean, that's what a law tuber is. It's a lawyer. So, again, yikes. Trying to monetize their channels with a built in audience of JFCers. They're playing you like a fiddle, telling you exactly what you want to hear, that I have no case for appeal. Why? Because it makes them money. If I offered to pay them double what they're making now to present my side, I bet you they'd take it. Well, I'm not a lawyer. Um, Hold on. Someone just tagged me something. Um, I'm not a lawyer, but I could tell you, like, if she were making me an offer to present her side at this point, I would not, because this is clearly bait. She could offer me as much money as she offered to sue Clayton for. I would not do it. And it's not because I don't think she should get to tell her side of the story. It's that I think she had her chance to tell her side of the story, and she proved that she's going to continue fabricating evidence and making up stories. So I see no reason to platform her. Um, I'm happy to, like she's telling her own side here, and we're getting that out there. Like we're talking about it. This is for discussion. That's fine. But no, I would not ever. I would not ever make that offer at this point. I don't care how much money somebody offered me. So she got to tell her side a lot before Clayton, Michael, Greg ever got to tell theirs. So I mean, you did get a newfangled keyboard. Yeah, yeah. Ran me like $40. Imagine how many keyboards I could buy. Proof of boy girl twins do 214 or shut up once and for all, have some dignity. Yeah, so the boy girl twins thing was the nail in the coffin. So I mean, there's just no way to go around that. You just got to admit it, dude. Like just bite it. You know what I mean? Like accept the truth, move on with your life. But you got to accept the truth first, which is that I don't believe she was ever pregnant with boy girl twins. I don't believe she was ever pregnant by Clayton Echard. I don't believe those things. Those are just my opinions. So did she just admit that she's paying Jingers to speak her untruths? Cages, thank you for the 10. I don't really I didn't really get that impression. Um I just want to make sure I'm not stretching her words to like, because I don't want to criticize where criticism is undue. I don't really see that, you know. An urgent care nurse told her verbally, geez. Okay, Sarah. Well, an urgent care nurse told me verbally that I have the BMI of a healthy human being. I know you're being sarcastic. It's fine. I know you're kidding. It's okay. Why wasn't that urgent care nurse called as a witness? I believe it's because she doesn't exist or never said that, but that, again, it's just my allegations. Thank you, Carol. Appreciate that. 1, no provider, no ultrasound. 2, no provider OBGYN records. 3, no Ravgen DNA paternity confirmation, distracting from her failure and inability to care for alleged twins. Yeah. I mean, people have made a lot of good points, um, including the court. If you are like saying you're so depressed that you didn't get the proper care like for your pregnancy, that it doesn't add up with you like going and getting multiple urine tests and like traveling and doing sports stuff, and you know it doesn't track. So again, like context. Like she can take bits and pieces of what she said and done and it looks okay, but context is everything. Most people on YouTube aren't making a large amount of money. Yeah, no, I'm working multiple jobs. This pays like next to nothing. I do this primarily because I like it. I would eventually like to be able to do something like this, like as a main career, but that's going to be years down the line. I'm in school right now for digital media stuff, so I'm not, you know, banking on this for an income or anything like that. Like I might get it, like like people are nice and generous and they donate money here and there, but like I'm not like here because I'm making a lot of money talking about this. Like it's in the double digits. It's not like I'll get like under $100 for this. Like that's not I'm not like making bank off of this stuff, right? Um I think in the interest of transparency, I think yesterday's I made $25 for like all that time or whatever that I was on here. And that's because like I don't censor myself. I talk about things and I say words that will get you demonetized or will get you limited into like how much money you can make. And I do that because I'm only doing this because I like it. There are other people who like this is their livelihood and they have to be a little more careful with their language and stuff like that. Um, for me right now, I'm in a position where I'm just kind of like I will say things how I see them and how I want, and I will change the way I do things only if I get to a place in my life like years down the line, probably years down the line, most likely, where I like can depend on this for like a full time thing. So, but thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Wait, what? You're not swimming in cash? No, no, dude. I am currently uh soaking in the pool of debt that I made for myself in my 20s. So it's it's something I'm chipping away at, but it's gonna be a while. No, I'm not swimming in cash. That's weed money. That's weed money. I have not been smoking weed, but yeah, I guess that could be true. It's legal here as long as you have a, medical card, and I actually do have one. And I used to use it, but I just haven't. Mostly just because of money. I'm just like, dude, I can't spend my money on this right now because I want to do other stuff. Like if I want to travel and go places, like there's certain stuff I can't do. But that's all good. I support that. Soaking in the pool of that. Yeah, that's exactly how I would describe it. For the brain fund. Thank you, Zoe B, for the 10. I appreciate you. I keep forgetting I can unstar things so I can keep track. Iron Rabbit dinner's on me tonight. Thank you for the 20. Appreciate that. Yeah, no, thank you. I really appreciate that. God, I don't know what I'm gonna eat, but I will definitely use that. Thank you. Cages, thank you for the 5. Wonder which party had someone make enough to take a 3-week vacation overseas. By the way, love the content. We don't say it enough, but you're good stuff. Thank you. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you being here. So honestly, just having like a bunch of people here is like more than enough for me. But um, it's always nice to. It's a nice bonus to like be able to make money off of it. You know what I mean? So, but I was doing this thinking like it was gonna take a long time before I was like a monetized channel. So Mazza, thank you for the 5. Adding some cesspool cash for to your jacuzzi. Just a cesspool of debt is what I should have said. Cesspool of debt. Thank you very much. When you text someone 500 times from different numbers, then they have the right to do whatever they need to do in order to get distance from you. Yeah. Even though at that point, I don't know if she texted him that many times yet, but I'm guessing the communication was excessive. That's just my thought. So many of us in debt from pursuing higher education. That's definitely true. But I'm going to tell you the truth. I am in debt because I took out loans so I could go travel everywhere and party and do whatever I wanted. And I thought it would not take this long for 30 something me to make this much money to pay it off. But here we are. So I'm not going to pretend I was doing something noble with it. Like I wanted to go, I went to Australia a bunch. I've been there 3 times in the last couple years. I went to Ireland I've been all over the states. I was just living life. Like I wasn't like in student loan debt or anything like that. I just made a stupid decision, and I wouldn't take it back. So it's fine. She wrote Clayton essays on essays. That's true. Nothing like. Oh, hey, hi Gia. What's up? Thank you, Maddie. Appreciate you. Liam K. That is definitely true. Um, I felt like the minute I turned 30, I started just getting tired more. And it's like, I know that's not how it works. It's not like the clock strikes 30 and all of a sudden you're exhausted. But dude, like, I think it's just like a mindset. I was just like, holy shit, I gotta stop. I gotta go to bed. So, Janet, thank you for the 10. Thanks for all you do, Lauren. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. I got you, Carol. Felt like the minute I turned 30, I gained 30 pounds. Well, I was ahead of the curve on that one, I gotta tell you. Listen, guys, this has been an interesting few days. Like I said, if she, puts stuff out there like this, I have no problem speaking about it, pointing out the kind of truths that are missing from it. I just want to, before I hop off here, I want to be clear. Like, please do not harass this woman in any way. Do not contact her family. Let's just leave her be. It's okay to talk about her as long as you're not like harassing her openly and like being threatening. I would avoid talking to her because that is a trap. Just gonna tell you. Um, yeah. So, because if you go no contact and live in another country for 7 years without paying your loans, they are no longer on your credit. Not saying that's what I did, Miss Danielle. Okay, what if I moved like down the street and I went no contact? Would that be? I mean, for all they know, I could be in another country. I don't know. I'd have to find somewhere I could pay cash, and I don't have cash. TJH, thank you for the 20. Appreciate you. Super stickers are fun. Thank you, guys. I think you'll find YouTube more lucrative than you know. You have a wonderful calm but strong analysis. Maybe we'll see how it goes. I'm just I have no expectations at this point in time. I guess that's where I'm at. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go finish the video that I was working on before this came out. Um, and I'll have that up tomorrow morning since it's a little later now. It's like 7 p.m. and that's like, oh my god, 7 p.m. So I have to finish recording, and then after that, um, I have work tomorrow for 12 hours. So you know, I probably will try to go to bed a little early. I'll be watching Steve's thing with Dave. So class of '83, how you doing? All right, guys. I will catch you later. I do try to read everybody's comments after the fact, but it's getting harder and harder to respond to everyone because there's like so many, and that's an awesome thing. It's also a tiring thing. So, but I do read them all. So just know that I read what you're saying, even if I don't have time to necessarily respond to everybody. So, thank you very much. I will catch you later. Maybe tomorrow night we'll do some games or something. I'll take a poll, see how many people want to do that. So, if you want to do games, it'll be later, like 9 o'clock Eastern. So, yeah, we'll take a poll later, and I'll let you guys know. So, thank you, everybody. Hold on. Let me see. I don't know if any of my people are actually doing this right now. Hold on, guys. Hold tight. Hold tight. Give me a second. Gotta do something real quick. That was not what I wanted to do. Hold on. Here we go. Let me see. Uh, I would love it if you guys would stay here and we could. I'm gonna redirect to like a smaller streamer, just like a random person, and just like let them know that they're being raided. I think let's find someone who would be excited about it. Hold on. I don't know if anyone I'm subscribed to is streaming right now. It has to be someone who's already streaming. Where's something interesting? Oh, guys, there's a charity event for foster kids here. Let's do this. Hang on, I'm gonna set it to redirect as soon as the stream is over. So if you guys could just give them like some love when you get in there, it'll redirect you directly there. So give me 1 second. Not my videos. Don't redirect to my video. Hang on. Give me a sec. She might not have her redirect on. Let's see. If we'll pick someone else. If not. Thank you for the super sticker, Liam K. I appreciate you. All right, I'll try this one more time. Hmm. Yeah, it's not working. Let's find a different live. Guys, I have the most random shit on my lives page right now. Let's go charity live. I don't see any other charities. Or what I call setbacks, bumps in the road of life. Yeah. Huh. What if I just close YouTube and then try that? Here we go. Thanks for sticking around, guys. I'm sorry it's taking so long. Just trying to do a nice thing for somebody. Not sure who yet. Hmm. There's one that's on. What time is Shizzy starting? Does anybody have a suggestion as to what live we should redirect to? Rosalind's live in 30 minutes. Yeah, it has to be one that's going on now, or it won't work. Does anybody follow the Karen Reed trial? I mean, this guy's got something going on. Try to sub him and see if it works. It's court stuff. Yeah. Here's one that says 24/7 healing cat music. I mean, if we could do that one. Oh, here's one. We got this one, guys. Hold on. This is somebody covering Karen Reed. So if just let them know that they're being rated if you can. Oh, sorry, Natalia, Natalia. Wow, what am I saying? Sorry, I can't because I have to end this so that I can go and work on my other video. But we're gonna redirect to this person who's doing a Karen Reed coverage. Just let them know that I sent you, please, and I will see you guys pretty soon. Okay. Thanks, everybody.